in Detroit. I know that rumble anywhere.
Negro entrepreneur. Who's that queen? You wasn't with me last night. I never seen you in my life.
Look at my book. Look at my bag.
No weapon formed against us shall prevail. Somebody in here has an idea greater than Mercedes-Benz. Brothers and sisters, y'all might not know this, but do you know how most multi-million and billion-dollar white corporations come into existence? Do you know that most of them did not go to the bank for a loan? I want you to hear me tonight. They want you to think that Facebook and Amazon and Google and all these big companies where you spend your money, they want you to think they went to a bank and took out a parasitic, exploitative venture capital business loan. They did not. Most successful white businesses got their startup money from private equity. Do you know what that means? They didn't go to a bank. They went to white people with money. And they said, would you mind investing in your Caucasian brother? Guess what the Mexican businesses do? They don't go to Wells Fargo and Chase Manhattan. They go to other Mexicans and they get private equity. Guess what the East Indians do? Guess what the Arabs do? Guess what the Anglo-Saxons and European Jews do? They don't go to Wells Fargo and Chase. They go to each other. Private equity, not the bank, is the backbone of business in most communities. But the problem with us is we got an entire community of Negro aristocrats. Black bourgeoisie. Coon Illuminatis. Who have all this wealth. Oprah Winfrey is the richest black woman in American history. She's the richest female in the history of the North American continent. And I'm not throwing Oprah under the bus because I want Oprah to come to Black Wall Street Market one day and bless us. But when I look at an Oprah with her billions, and I look at a Mr. Carter and a Mr. Knowles with their billions, I look at a Mr. West and a Mr. Combs, and I don't know if Diddy did it or not, but they're billionaires. I look at Mr. LeBron James, and I look at all these billionaire blacks, and one thing is really different from them compared to their white billionaire counterparts. How do black billionaires differ from their white billionaire counterparts? Bring it down, brother. When you see a white billionaire, you're looking at about 20 white businesses that they help incubate. When you see a Mexican billionaire, you're looking at about 30 Mexican businesses that they help incubate. The problem with the Negro billionaire is he just wants to sit on top of the black community and be worshiped and praised for what he got. He don't want to invest in no other black person because the ego says if you help another brother, if you help another sister, they might get bigger than you. And the white man has birthed the Negro consciousness on a belief system that says being the HNIC is all I should aspire to be. If private equity is the backbone of the big business, we are in trouble because most of our wealthy Africans who got the capital to loan are not interested. No, they are not. Does that mean we roll over and die? Hell no. That means those of us at the bottom got to work harder. You got to understand something, black people, and I've been telling you this. You don't get it? white people don't have to worry about putting in the work because their slavish, exploitative, disgusting ancestors already laid their foundation 400 years ago. They ain't got, you say, why we got to work hard, Dr. Umar? I don't see white folks breaking their back. They already been there, done that. It's your turn now. See, we got this thing, brothers and sisters, and the white man knows you well because he's written books on you.
How many books?
They say the Negro entrepreneur. Who's that queen? You wasn't with me last night. I never seen you in my life.
Look at my book. Look at my bag.
Yes, I'm going to keep speaking. I've never seen a sister a day in my life. Brothers and sisters, clap it up for the ancestors. Clap it up for the Most High. Clap it up for Black excellence. Clap it up for positivity. Yes. Yes. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay focused. No weapon formed against us shall prevail. You know, I remember one day, the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was signing books in Harlem, New York. And while the good Reverend Dr. King was signing books in Harlem, a demented black woman came and put a knife in Dr. King's heart. And Dr. King said that the hospital said, if I would have sneezed, I could have lost my life. And Dr. King said that although one of my own tried to destroy me, it did not discourage me, but it reinforced me of how much work I got to do in the cause of black liberation, brothers and sisters. I don't know my sister, never seen her in my life. God is my witness, but I love her anyway. Brothers and sisters, we got to work together. I'm hoping that here in Black Wall Street, at this marketplace, that all the businesses and all the vendors that exist here will come together and give us a Black Wall Street credit union, brothers and sisters. The next step is the credit union. The reason we can't catch up, is because we can't access the capital we need. Everybody in this audience right now, let me say 90% of you would leave your day job right now if you had the capital. If you had the capital to realize your entrepreneurial dream. Somebody in here has an idea greater than Mercedes-Benz. Somebody in here got an idea better than Breyer's ice cream. Somebody in here got an idea better than Microsoft computers. Somebody in here got an idea better than the whitest white university. But without the capital to create your dream, it will remain so. I want to make sure y'all understand something here today, Black Georgia. The white man did not desegregate public schools so you could get a better education. I want you to follow me. You think Brown versus Board in '54 was done so black children can sit next to white kids and through osmosis their IQ scores would go up? You know why they desegregated us in '54? They desegregated us in '54 because they were afraid of black excellence. Stay with me. Do you realize before you went to school with white children, you invented the gas mask? Before you went to school with white children, you invented the golf tee. Before you went to school with white children, you invented the stoplight. Before you went to school with white children, you was coming up with medications for diseases the white man had no answer for. Before you went to school with white children, you came up with the baby carriage and the self-refrigerating truck. Before you went to school with white children, you were responsible for more than half of all of the relevant inventions in this country. They didn't desegregate you to help you learn. They desegregated you to dumb you down. Why is this relevant to Black economics? If we want to turn Black economics into an intergenerational revolutionary movement, we got to educate Black children ourselves.
That's right. Yes.
And some of y'all got it half right. You say, teach our children the laws of money and finance. Teach our children the laws of economy and cash flow. You got it half right. The rest of you got it half right. You say, teach them who they are, where they come from, African culture. You got it half right. But until you marry loyalty to the race, to economic empowerment, we will lose. Because what we got in Georgia and all across America is kind of misarrangement, where some know all there is to know about being Black. They know the pyramids, they know the inventors, they know the dates, they know the kingdoms, they know the organizers, the leaders, but they don't know how to make no damn money. And on the flip side, you got a Negro bourgeoisie that know Wall Street. They know the LLC. They know how to get a loan. They know everything about real estate, but they have no cultural commitment or competence. You have to take the self-serving economic wizard and marry that information to the self-loving African nationalists. When we marry the woke to those who know how to make money without having to work, we will be free. Brothers and sisters, when the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. died, we had 136 Black banks in America. 136 Black banks in America when Dr. King was assassinated. Why are we down to 16? Did you know we lost one Black banks between the financial crisis of 2008 and the election of President Trump? They have been hemorrhaging Black financial institutions. And you know what's so suspicious about this? Wall Street Journal talk about the genocide of Black banks. I ain't see USA Today talk about the genocide of Black banks. I ain't hear the New York Times talk about the genocide of Black banks. I don't even know if BET has done a story on the genocide of Black banks. They killing off our banks as a prelude to killing us off. So what we got to do, taking a page from Booker T, is we got to build our own credit unions, we got to build our own banks, and we have to build our own financial institutions. If you're waiting on white folks to let you in, if you're waiting on the Caucasian to practice righteousness, you'll be waiting until the end of your life. Do you not understand that white power and white privilege rests on the inequality of Black and white financially? See, the reason they killed Dr. King wasn't because he had a dream. He didn't even write the damn speech. They killed Dr. King because Dr. King sitting one day with Reverend Ralph Abernathy in Georgia said, wait a minute, Ralphie. What good is fighting to integrate our people into the restaurant if they can't even afford to pay the bill? Dr. King said we need economic revolution. He said, I'm going to lead a breadbasket campaign And I'm going to take every American I can find, and we're going to the White House Mall, and nobody's leaving until everybody has a home and a livable wage job. And J. Edgar Hoover said, oh, hell no. He will embarrass the country if he erects this tent city and turn the White House Mall into a homeless shelter. We can't let Martin Luther King come to D.C. So you know what they did? The FBI had 2 black sanitation workers in Memphis deliberately killed and swallowed up by the trash truck because they needed Dr. King to come back to Memphis before he goes to D.C. If Dr. King never comes back to Memphis, he does not die on April the 4th. Dr. King didn't die for desegregation. He died for economic justice. That is the fight. We're not talking enough about economic justice.